Take it away, coach.
Yeah, a tough game today. I give Connecticut a lot of credit. They came out, uh, they competed. I thought, they really outplayed us for a lot of this game, and they deserve to win.
Question for you. Coach, what do you feel was the downfall for you guys today? You guys had a chance to go.
Well, I thought, uh, we have been moving the ball and having great pace to what we've been doing, and I didn't think that was as sharp today, so we weren't getting the quality of shot that we've been getting the last four games. But uh, Connecticut played great defense. They made it tough on us. They didn't let us move the balls easily, and then also, Marina and Tina had both had great games. They're great players, and we're really trying to make things tough on them, and they made some tough shots, and we made a couple runs. I thought we might be able to pull this out, but give them credit. They made the plays down the stretch to win the game.
Go ahead, Amanda.
Hey, Coach. Did Connecticut do anything different that may have hampered Leash a little bit? Leash a little bit today. What do you think about the defense they played on her?
Well, they definitely, I mean, they were trying to make things difficult on her, and they were trying to keep the ball out of her hands some. And but I think, she isn't playing, point guard for us, so we need to keep the ball moving and then getting into actions. And that's kind of why Leash has been so good. At the beginning of the season, we've been moving the ball, everybody's been touching it, and then we found, we create opportunities that way. So if the ball doesn't move as well, she's not going to get as many opportunities.
Go ahead, Wilson.
Coach, there were some different times in the game where Mabry was switched up. She was switched up on Jordan, specifically in the paint. What per se went wrong there? Because I feel like Connecticut kind of used that to their advantage in some of those scoring opportunities. Of course, obviously, she was also getting to the rim as well.
Yeah. Uh, we got caught in switches there, and then Marina was smart. She, thought she had a size advantage in the post, so she went down there. At that point, we got to help our teammate out. You have to, come over and help and make it difficult to get the ball inside the Marina. You can't leave, uh, JC at a disadvantage at the rim like that for as long as we did. Now, to be fair, we we haven't been in that situation a lot. Obviously, JC just got back, and we haven't spent a lot of time with, being able to bounce out some of these mismatches, and that's obviously something that we're going to have to work on going forward.
And a quick follow-up, really quick. When you look at Alicia Gray, obviously she still had double figures, but would you say it was more so of her just not being able to knock down some shots, or would you credit more so of Sanaya Rivers' defense?
Well, I thought the defense was excellent, and then I thought our ball movement wasn't very good, and uh, so there was a lot of standing and staring and kind of over dribbling instead of moving the ball, and uh, we're going to be at our best scoring when we can start spacing people out, having the ball move, and then executing actions. And uh, you know, unfortunately, unfortunately, in practice, we've looked very good, and then today, for whatever reason, it was just a little stagnant.
Go ahead, Megan.
Hey, Coach. You kind of touched on it just a few minutes ago, but I know this is Jordan's first game back. But what did you think of her play tonight? How would you evaluate her?
Well, she's been out for a long time, and this is her first game. I'm sure she would like it to go better, but she's really good. She's been really good in practice. I think it's just one of those things where she's going to need to get in the game and get the feeling of the speed of the game again, and then she'll be fine.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Jennifer Partee from Let's Talk Women in Basketball. Hi, Coach.
Hi.
Despite the loss, what positives do you take away from tonight's game?
Well, I thought we showed some competitiveness. I thought we were kind of playing like ourselves for a little stretch at the end of the third. That's when I thought we were gonna be able to come back because we were playing with a little fire at that point. But uh, we started off the fourth quarter, had a couple decent looks and didn't make them, and they did. And then I thought we were pressing a little bit uh, and forcing some things, but There's always stuff to learn. Uh, no matter what the game, I thought Nas did a really good job for us. Uh, she's been giving us great minutes off the bench. So I would say that was probably one of the highlights.
Go ahead, Blake.
Hey, Coach, this is Blake Stradot from Blake's Take and W Swish. What was the difference with y'all's offensive and defensive execution in the first half compared to the second half?
Well, I don't think the offensive execution was great like most of the game. Like it just didn't have the pace to it that we need to get the kind of shots we wanted. And I thought we settled for some shots that uh aren't at the quality that we're expecting to get now. They were locked in defensively. They had a lot of pressure. They were taking some things away, but uh, when that happens, it's all the more important to make sure that you have a lot of movement and that you're executing your screening and cutting. And I didn't think that was great, but I watched the film and maybe I'm being too harsh on it, but that's kind of what I thought I was seeing during the game.
Thank you, Coach.
And we'll finish up with Riley. Riley, go ahead.
Coach, I do want to go back and touch on Nas, like you mentioned, because the bench did outscore Connecticut's 22-9. With that being said, how do you really evaluate their rhythm tonight, and could we see extended minutes for them going forward?
Yeah, I think it's a game to game thing. You kind of get a feel for who's playing well and who's playing well with each other. And then obviously today we were kind of mixing Jordan in as well, getting her a chance to get back in the flow of things. But I think it's a long season. Everybody's going to get their opportunity at some extended minutes, and they just need to be ready when called upon. But I thought the bench players when they came in, they did pretty well.
Thank you for your time, everyone. We'll be back with the players.
Thank you, guys.